So before we get started, if you are on YouTube, if you can head on over to YouTube if you're not watching this on YouTube after, and click on the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications so you know each time that I get or come on live so you can catch me and what I am doing. So in the comments, tell me how you're doing today. If you are watching on the replay, just hashtag replay so I can come back later and say hi to you. So we're going to get started. So today we are talking about the fastest way to get rid of negative self-talk. So negative self-talk is something that a lot of us struggle with as women, especially. Men do also, but I see a lot of like girls that I work with in my job at the school, and then also the women that I work with in my business as an entrepreneur. So negative self-talk can bring you down in so many ways that you probably don't even realize. So the negative self-talk are those thoughts that you tell yourself inside your head that then kind of change the way that you are actually showing up for your life. So for example, if you constantly are telling yourself that I am unworthy, I'm not enough, I'm not good at this, I'm never going to pass that test, I'm never going to be as pretty as her, I'm never going to be as successful as her, or whatever the case may be. We are our biggest critics, right? And so when we're talking about negative self-talk, it really changes the way that we show up for our lives. We won't be as successful, we won't be as happy, we won't be as confident. So all these things kind of surround the way that we think of ourselves, right? So I see someone saying hi, hello. Oh, I need to get the YouTube thing off of there. So I just am gonna come on here briefly and just share with 3 reasons or 3 ways that I like to kind of deal with my self-talk, and how I kind of am able to kind of show up in a way that's going to get rid of that self-talk and replace it with the positive self-talk, which is what we want, right? So my first way that I like to, if you are a person that struggles with your negative self-talk a lot, and it's something that you want to work on improving and just don't know how, because it is, once you get those thoughts in your head, it's really hard to kind of replace them with better thoughts. So the first thing that I like to do is writing down your negative self thoughts, which is interesting. It's an interesting concept, but I have done it myself and it has worked well. I'm not saying doing this all the time. So let's say that you want to try this out. So monitoring your self-talk. So throughout your day, let's say you do this for 2 days. You write down, keep a little notebook with you. Every time you have a negative self-thought, maybe you're watching someone on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and you're like, oh man, look at them being so successful. I'm never going to be like that. So write that down. Every time those negative self-thoughts happen, just writing them down, monitoring your thoughts. But then here's the thing, is to also write down what happened immediately before that thought kind of creeped into your head. So the example that I shared of, let's say I'm watching someone on Instagram and I'm noticing how confident they are and how beautiful they are, and then I start to bring it into my head of, oh, I'm not as pretty as her, oh, I'm not as good as her. So that's the thought. So then for me, if that was the thing that I was thinking of, then my negative self-talk would be because of me comparing myself to someone else. And so maybe I need to do some comparison work. I love the quote of comparison is the thief of joy, and I totally believe that, because if you spend all your time comparing yourself to other people, you're going to be really unhappy because you're never going to live up to someone else's standard and someone else's life, because we are all different and we are all on our own journeys at our own time, right? So kind of analyzing that, and so writing those negative self-talk things that as they come up for you for maybe 2 days, and then just kind of looking at all the times that it's happened and maybe what work you need to do for yourself in order to not let those things bother you, and not in turn not putting those thoughts into your head, right? So The second thing that I had for helping to get rid of negative self-talk is to imagine someone that you love or like, and or someone that you care about, and just think of, so you're hearing yourself saying these things to you, saying that you're not enough, you're not worthy, you're not successful. So think about, would you say those things to someone, that person? So once you've thought of that person in your mind, of that person that you love or care about, would you say those things to that person? And so if your answer is no, then I think it's just reminding yourself of, hey, I need to be kinder to myself, that, I would never say this to anyone else. So why on earth would I think that it would be okay to say to me? So it really kind of puts into perspective of how unkind we can be to ourselves, and a quick way to kind of like startle your brain to be like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not going to speak like that to anyone else, and I never have. So why would I ever think of saying it to me about myself? So that's been something that I have, I try and keep in my mind as I'm going throughout my day. So the third tip for getting rid of your negative self talk is to reprogram your mind. So, we're going to reprogram our minds by saying, turning those negative affirmations into positive ones. Affirmation work is a big part of my journey, and it is something that I have incorporated into my daily life. It could be something as simple as waking up every morning and getting an alert on your phone. Um, I actually, while I'm saying that, I do have a daily affirmations program where you can sign up for text messages to come directly to your phone every morning with just a daily affirmation to kind of set you on the right foot for the day. So the link to that I will put in the description of this video, or you can find it in my bio on Instagram. So that's a free thing that I'm putting out into the world. So that is there. So affirmations are going to change that negative self-talk into positive self-talk, which is then our affirmations, those I am statements that are positive about us, right? So um, a couple different ideas for you guys if you're looking to start doing some affirmation work is first thing that, like I said, the text messages. If you don't have that, you can sign up and I will send them to you. Or there's lots of different apps out there that give you affirmations, and you can design your own and all that fun stuff. So that's an option. Another option would be to put post-its on your mirror in your bathroom of affirmations that you're wanting to work on or that you want to read every day. Setting an alarm on your phone with those messages. What else could you do? Journal. You could journal your affirmations. Every morning, I start with journaling my affirmations, writing down those things that I strive to be for myself. So I am strong. The one I say every morning to myself is actually, I am a force of creativity. I uplift and empower other women, and I serve the world by being me. So those are my kind of three that I like to do every day. But those would be different for everyone, right? So self-talk is huge. Positive affirmations are going to help you to kind of build up and reprogram your self-talk to hopefully being positive once you're able to do the work, right? So a couple things. So those are kind of the three fastest ways to get rid of negative self-talk. So yeah, so a couple other things before we head out of here is I wanted to chat to you guys a little bit about what I have going on. I have a group on Facebook called Imperfectly Perfectu. If you are not in there already, we are a group of women empowering each other to love our imperfectly perfect selves, just as we are in this moment, focusing on self-love at any size. So we would love to have you over there. And in that group, we have lots of free challenges, lots of good content, lots of journaling, prompts to help you work on all this stuff, lots of affirmations, just good conversation, yoga, meditations, crystals. A lot of that stuff is kind of interweaved into a lot of the work that I do. So we are in there and we would love to have you. The link for that is in the description as well. And one more thing before we go, find my thing here. Where is it? right here. Something exciting that I do have going on is I've just released a self-love journal called Finding Your Magic, a journey to self-love through journaling. It is a 7-sectioned self-love journal that allows you to go through building up things like your mindset, your confidence, your self-love, your forgiveness, your boundaries, all those things to kind of help you to learn to discover who you are and what the wonderful things about you, right? And learning to discover yourself during your self-love journey, because our self-love journeys are always going to be a journey. We can't just check off all the boxes and then say, yeah, I've done it. So it's a constant job that we have to love ourselves and show up for ourselves in a positive way. So my journal is available now. You can find it on my social medias and my website and stuff like that. So that is exciting. So anyway, I hope you guys, this was helpful, and I hope that you can, you finally got me live. Somebody said this. Hello, whoever that is. Yeah, so I hope you guys have the best day, and please reach out if you have any questions or comments, or maybe send me an affirmation or comment on this post telling me your affirmation that you would like to choose to move forward to kind of reprogram your self-talk. So anyway, have the best day, you guys. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.